Showing Haley over the middle. Nice from the seat. In a wrong jersey was incomplete. The play over the middle. 11-yard dart and a first down. Can throw this ball between four black jerseys and defenders from Wake Forest. And the reason he completes it is because he's on time. And the ball placement was perfect with Rogers making the previous drop. Healthy dose of Smothers. But no matter what, NC State knows it's going to be tough to run the game early, run the running game early, but they know they're going to have to stick with it as we take a look at our impact players built by the Unhinged. You take a look at these players, and there's some good ones, and we're talking 6 shooters this week. Hollywood Smothers, who we're getting to taste some right here. And tight end Justin Jolie, be able to look at where they line him up. Nick Anderson, maybe the best defensive player on this team. Wake Forest. And they get the check down over the middle. Good job by finding Jolie. You just mentioned him as one of your impact players. But one of the storylines coming out of last week's game against Virginia, down 10 at the half. They go in a locker room.
The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Davis. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So Maryland's offense will take the field first. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays, and so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distance.
Breaks into the open. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. And the Terrapins pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Terrapins trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football.
On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Irish offense comes out. First chance we've had to see them today. Quarterback on the keeper. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Grabbed in the backfield. It's McLaurin. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll throw it. Got his man on the right. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Reads it, fires complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UAB was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Birmingham. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll run it from the gun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush. And that...
And Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. So they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Nestled just inside that right upright. Now the lead is down to 11. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. Handoff to the low back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give is to Williams. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pocket breaking down across the 45. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Terrapins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. Grab behind the line. It's Scott. Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
And the Terrapins kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Bringing it back.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, you turn it over in the red zone.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Walker to throw. Got a man. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time.
Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Makes a move. Touchdown, Terrapins! Special teams proving to be special. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. That's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
With the catch, it's Williams. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
At the 35, he's open. Oh, he's got some space. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Now the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tuggle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
Here's a heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got an open man. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Walker will fire. Takes the easy completion. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
Well, the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a 1-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Tennessee has just had no answers today. Both sides of the ball look like all the smoggy smoke on Rocky Top has been in their eyes since kickoff. They're trailing by 14 to Texas. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping it up. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes a connection. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this 1st down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. He'll do it himself. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Manning. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Davis. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
And the Terrapins will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Young. Here come the Irish back on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and to get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half if they keep giving it.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Last time they had it, the long missed field goal ended the drive. The idea, get a little deeper in plus territory this time around. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on second down. Throwing right. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
The Terrapins looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Terrapins will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The Terrapins will hustle to the line.
First down for the offense.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Here comes the heat. The pass is incomplete. Thought they might catch the defense napping, but it'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Dropping back, it's Slater. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Southern Miss answered the bell away from Roberts Stadium today with an impressive victory. The Golden Eagles knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. A busy day in the Sun Belt Conference, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Offense getting set for first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Bring in the heat. Makes the grab, it's Williams. There he goes. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Walker to throw. Looking down the middle. Working that left side. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. First and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They go 83 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
They make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air, it's Washington. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Another incompletion on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He's got it in more than enough for a first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Off the play fake on first down. He lets one fly deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Just keep slinging it. Quickly complete. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds at the 7-yard line. The big run's going to make it first and goal. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a...
Touchdown, Terrapins! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the fourth quarter.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Walker will fire. Unleashes one. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Got it behind the line. It's Williams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Defense was not fooled for a second, and it'll bring up fourth down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it slips just inside that right upright. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a first down. And just when you think the defense had forced a field goal try, a devastating mistake like this gives new life to the offense. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Got it in the middle. It's McLaurin. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Steps away. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Cooper. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Gives it on the option. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
Yeah, not enough movement up front. You got to be a little bit more physical with this offense, but now it's 4th and 1. Another opportunity. You go for it there, you pick up some yardage. Now you made it a little bit short. Now this offense has really got to get physical.
Now on the option. The pitch. They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the 4th quarter. Here come the Irish back on offense. Here's the conundrum for the defensive coordinator. Do you stay aggressive or do you protect and play a little more conservatively with the lead and just a few minutes left?
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The offense lining up for a first down play. Defense in press coverage. Walker to throw. Under fire. And the ball's out, and they're after it. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to go up top. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires into traffic, picked off. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better? Turning it on! Plenty of room on that play. 36.
And this is what leaders do at the quarterback position, guys. After throwing 2 picks a week ago, he was able to put that game behind him, refocused himself, got back in the film room. He looks like a different player this week.
Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.